Alright, so now that I've opened Premiere, let's go ahead and just set up a basic project. I'm going to call this Blocks Production. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, I'll save this in this folder. And you'll want to change some of the settings that you've created. If you're doing HD video, you'll see that option here. It'll be HDV. Expand that, and depending on the resolution that you guys rendered at, select it. I did 1080p, so I'll just select that. It's 1080i, but I'm sure it'll work out okay. So I'll hit OK, and then I'll hit OK as well. This usually takes a minute or two as well.
Are you recording this?
Yes, I am. Alright, so you'll notice all these tabs up here, or buttons. Make sure you're in your Organize tab. Whoops. Well, maybe it doesn't matter. I think you have to be in your Organize tab, and then go to Get Media, and then PC Files and Folders. And so now we'll go through and find the directory that I used for the renders. So let's go ahead and go to Documents, Grad School, Tectonics, Model, New Project. And this is why it's really important to have your project set and then just maintain that directory so you know where everything is. And everything that you render will be thrown into your Images folder. So go ahead and go in there and... Oh, it's not in there.
It's up top on the inclusion.
Oh, there we go. V1. Okay, so there they are. And you can see it's a long series of images. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I think, oh yeah, make sure you have numbered stills activated. And that way Premiere will know that, okay, you have all these images, but I need to connect them, so.
Before class ends, can you pretty much do like an overview of what you did, because you just use like 3 different programs? Like you went from Maya to Premiere, and then or Photoshop and then Premiere.
Unfortunately, because of how I upload these videos, in order to preserve the quality of them, I have to upload it as just one video. I think that was a problem with updating or uploading the previous tutorials and how it became jaggedy. It's because it didn't really like the settings of Premiere. So I think what I'll do is in YouTube you can actually put captions on there when the video plays, and I can just outline it there if that helps you.
With like a time skip?
Yeah, I think you can do that. I think actually that can be put in the description. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do that then. Good idea. Okay, so I think you can just click the first image, make sure numbered stills is selected, and hit open. And it should import every single frame and create a little movie out of it. And you can see how big each of these files are. 8.1 megabytes. That's huge.
And that's a function of the TGA file system because it doesn't compress it at all. So if you have to be thoughtful about how much do you need the alpha. So if you're going to if you need that transparency, then TGA or PNG will be. I think PNG does compress though.
Okay.
So that might be a file folder, but definitely the TGA gives you the best fidelity. It doesn't compress anything. It just makes, and that's why the files are huge.
Yeah.
But once it takes it and it's gonna combine them and then create its own compressed algorithm off of that.
So it'll end up compressing the final video, so it's not going to be huge.
Well, it will be big at 1080.
Yeah.
1080p it'll be big, but it won't be 8 megs per image. Yeah, per frame.
Okay. Cool.
Did this work? Oh yeah, there it is.
Because it goes through and changes it to an MPEG compression or H.264.
Okay, I don't think that works. So what I need to do is get media. And this time I'll select every single one. I'll make sure numbered stills is still active. So I click the first one, then I'm holding shift and drag select, or it'll select the rest of them. So I'll go ahead and hit open. Oh. Why is
Yeah, numbers still selected.
I thought I did. It's weird. Huh. Let us see.
It's control A work.
Perfect. Okay, let me try that again. So I'll just select the first one, numbered stills, and open. Okay, let's go ahead and zoom in to our time slider here. So I'm pushing the plus thing, and you can see this thing is stretching out. You can see the second locations here. I think this
Did
is
they render out as black?
maybe they did. Okay, there's a way you can check that. Let's go back to Maya and close all this. Then within Maya, you can go to File and then View Sequence. And then just find where your images were rendered out to. Click the first one and then just hit Open. Oh, okay. Yeah, they rendered out as black. That's weird. Okay. So close that. Let's re-render it real quick. I'm just going to do a few frames. So, let's see. Render settings. What went wrong? Let's see. View 1.
Orlando, was it the ambient occlusion layer? Because that's what it's clicked on right now, and that one didn't have lights, did it?
It didn't, but that one, the ambient occlusion, basically things that are really far away from each other, they look a lot lighter. That's how it works, but what
So are
would...
you saying which layer is selected down there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that then. Let's just do frame 30 this time. Let's do camera. Let's do trial 2, just so it has a different name. Name.number.extension, padding, frames, camera. Okay, hit close, and then render, and then batch render. So if that's what went wrong, I guess you can just pretend that all these were rendered out. And then this, you can start cutting and adding titles and just making your animation. It's a fairly easy program to pick up. You'll just have to kind of fiddle with a few things.
So you're not sure what happened?
Well, I think it rendered the wrong... I think it rendered a layer that was invisible. I think that's what happened.
So should we render the master layer or the ambient occlusion layer?
You want to do the regular one. let's go ahead and see. A bunch of images have rendered out now. Let's see if it's working now. So let's go to trial 2. Let's see if these work. That's not working. Okay. It's very odd. Oh, I think this is it. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's do the ambient occlusion layer instead.
What did you do to switch it?
I toggled the visibility on, and over here, I think because this render button or this clapperboard has a check mark to it, that's the one it wants to render. But since it was invisible on this side on the display layer, it didn't render it at all. So I'm going to go ahead and switch it, and I'm going to cancel this batch render. And I'll restart it. And you can see that none of these objects were animated. So you'd have to create a separate layer after you're done animating. If your building shouldn't be moving anyway, so it shouldn't matter. Okay, let's try this again. So view, let's just do view image. There we go. So thanks for catching that, Candace. Open animation, trial 2. So when you restart the batch render, it goes through each frame one by one and erases them. So as it re-renders, it deletes the old version and replaces it with the new one. That's what's starting to happen here. And this one's actually going a lot slower, as you can see. The ambient occlusion takes a lot more processing power. So it's chugging along really slowly. So keep that in mind. Okay, so what should we have them do?
I would say, I think it'd be good to follow the sequence and just produce a little, 10-second, or not 10-second, a couple second animation, 60 frames. Small, 640 by 480, just something small.
Okay. Over this weekend, I'll post a tutorial that goes over some basic exporting settings for Premiere. I'll have to show you how to create a YouTube account, and then maybe we can post them on there. Or would that be too? Okay, we'll just export out an MPEG-4 video and upload it to Dropbox.
Yeah.
We'll keep them small though, because since they're
keep them
videos.
small, like maybe even 320.
Okay.
Just to see that there's objects and there's animation. That's all we really care about right
Okay.
at the moment. Just to get that sequence. No. It could be this kind of stuff. We just want to demonstrate that you know the techniques of putting the animation together. So it doesn't have to be at your house.
So you are publishing a movie or
Yeah, just do one that's at 320 horizontal resolution, 2 seconds, and showing an object and the camera moving.
And I'll show you how to export it as a MPEG-4 file that then you can just drag and drop onto Dropbox.
So you just want us to create an object and then do the lighting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So try to do the lighting just like I showed you today, and
Just basically recreate this tutorial, and then the end product will be that very low resolution animation. What we did today.
do we need to use this program then to get that final video?
Yeah, you'll go over here to share, and then you'll create. You'll click on personal computer, and then you can specify what kind of file you want in the presets. I think in your case you'd want an MPEG video.
And then turn down the preset to something small.
Yeah, and I'll show you a bunch of these settings.
So you'll create a video on how to export this?
Yes.
Okay, so look for that video.
Where does it office off again?
Tuesday, Thursdays, 1:30 to 3:30. So tomorrow at from 1:30 to 3:30. Does that work?
I have work by that time.
Okay. Is it every Tuesday and Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm being spread thin as it is, so unfortunately I don't have other hours.
Friday.
Friday I'm up in studio all day. So if you just have a quick question, I can take myself away from what I'm working on and help you quickly.
Okay.
Okay. Uh-huh. Thanks. Oh, I need to stop this real quick.